Veterans Day is next week, and there are plenty of benefit programs geared toward those who have served our country.
Attorney Justin Randall from Hooper Law Office joins us on the phone to go over some of them. Good morning to you, Justin.
Good morning.
All right, so what are the programs that veterans should be aware of?
So in particular, there's a pension benefit that a lot of veterans are entitled to receive that it's really not well talked about. A lot of them aren't aware of it. It's the Improved Pension Program, sometimes referred to as aid and attendance through the VA.
So which veterans might qualify for this program?
So this program specifically applies to wartime veterans. So it's a pension benefit for wartime veterans that served at least 90 days of deployment active duty. It does for anything other than training, essentially. They had to have served at least one day during a time of war. And the dates are a little different than a lot of people might expect. So just to give you an idea, for example, World War II is said to have ended on December 31st of 1946, for example. They do not have to have been in combat, boots on the ground. I always sort of jokingly say, you could have been in the middle of Montana during World War II or Vietnam, and as long as you were active duty, this program is available to you.
Okay. What type of medical expenses count toward this program?
So unreimbursed medical expenses is the big expense you're looking at. So things not otherwise covered by insurance or being covered by another program. So in order to qualify for the max benefit, the VA calculates what your income is, and they subtract your unreimbursed medical expenses from your other sources of income in order to calculate how much of that pension you are entitled to.
Let's talk a bit about your role when working with people who may be seeking these benefits.
Yeah, so our role usually comes in when someone is looking at usually more of a long-term care approach, but in theory it could be any unreimbursed medical expense. So we sit down with the veteran or their family and talk about sort of the asset qualifications and their medical expenses and their income and all of those other factors to see how close they are to qualifying, and if there's anything that we need to do to plan for the future to help them qualify, down the road potentially as well. And then we often do the actual application for that benefit as well if we did the planning for them. And just so all the veterans are aware, the actual application for these benefits is free of charge. Attorneys who are accredited through the VA are not allowed to charge for the application of those benefits.